Hi, welcome back. This is Sir RJ, and today, let us try to extend your knowledge in SketchUp by doing some drills. So for now, I want you to select feet and inches in our template. And if you can see on the upper right corner of your screen, we have a drawn object. We have an isometric view of an object, and we will create a three-dimensional representation of it. So if you are going to create a triangle, what you might do is draw a line and then try to connect it in the hopes that it will be in the right dimensions. Or maybe you will use the measurements bar while putting the line, trying to look for the right measurements. That is good also. However, what I'm going to suggest will be far more efficient than these methods. So let us create a rectangle by pressing R, and then while placing a rectangle, you click it and then we will type the dimensions. So for example, we are going to create a rectangle that is 4 by 3. So let us press 4, comma, 3. And those are represented as inches. So let's just press enter. And if you will notice, the object became smaller because that is the actual size of the image or the object. Now, how about the height? Let us use push-pull and let's pull it out. So as you can see, it is in the push-pull mode. Now, the same principle will apply if we type a number, it will automatically go to the measurements bar. So let us type 3 for 3 inches and press enter. Now, we have created a cube that is 4 by 3, or sorry, 3 by 4 by 3. And if you will look at the image again or at our given again, there are some specifications that we need to complete. Like for example, in this location, there is a 1.5 inch length. So we will try to put that by using a tape measure. So let us measure 1.5 or 1 1/2. So there is a small mark there. Now let's just create a line going upwards. If you will notice, it is on the green axis. It means it is parallel to the green axis. And the lines are slightly locking, so you won't get lost. So there we go. And on our object, this point is connected to the front. So let's put a line there. Same goes with the other side. Now here's the fun part. We are going to delete the other parts that we do not need. So let's select the plane, press delete, 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 delete. Now, if ever you press delete on this plane, like for example, this plane, you've deleted it and the undo function doesn't work, you can create planes by placing a diagonal line across the empty plane and it will create a new plane. Okay, so let's do the small rectangular or triangular prism. Um, there is a 1.5 line here. Again, tape measure. Now, we are going to write a line. We can use again the method. So we will write, what's the measurement? 1.5. Oops. Okay, I forgot to mention that we can manipulate the axis of our lines. As you can see, we can move it freely. So to manipulate the lines, we can press the arrow keys. I'll press up, so it is now locked in the blue axis. If I press left, it is now locked in the green axis. If I press right, it is locked in the red axis. Okay, so I'll press up, and then I'll type 1.5. So now I have a line that is 1.5 inches in height. So I can do that on its perpendicular line, but I can just drag it as long as it is in the green axis. And at some point, it will stop or it will lock up to a certain point where it says that the point is actually in line with the initial or the corner point here. So if you can see, there is a dashed line there. So just click that and then connect it downwards. So there we go. You have your line there. And then just connect it to the other to the slanting face. All right, there we go. Now you can use the method of typing the measurements in the measurement bar with other tools. For example, let's use the move tool. What we know previously from the movement tool is if we select a plane, it will move the plane, right? But if we select the whole object and press movement, we can move the whole object, and we can actually also use the measurement bar to move the tool. It also works with the scale tool. So if one plane is selected, using the scale tool resizes the object. But if we will select the whole object, maybe what we can do here is make it a group so that it won't distort. Press select tool or S. Now we can move it or rescale it however we want. And if you will check the measurement bar, it became scale bar. We can input numbers and it will convert it automatically to its proper scale. Let's say we want to convert it 3:1. Let's press 3. 1/3, or 1, or 10. Let's bring it back to 1. And maybe it's a great time for us to move the object closer to the axis, because if you will open the object again, most probably the application will open near the axis. And by the way, one use of movement tool is if we press control, you can copy the object. If you press control while copying and then type a number followed by an X, it will duplicate it with that number of times. Okay? So I hope you learned something new from me today. Hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.